Okay, Mythic Plus is going to get a lot of changes. Let's get into it. Now, you guys know that I like to make really quick videos, so I'm not going to take up a lot of your time. Let's just jump right into the details. Okay, basically on the blue post they're saying, hey, we're doing some updates on the beta for the War Within, and they're specifically talking about Mythic Plus. And what they're talking about right here is saying that we heard you, they've been reading the player feedback, which is always a good thing, and that they're recognizing the importance of like variety within the week, and how their original system was based on a like one-fits-all kind of thing, but that really limited what they could do, and it's just not working anymore. So let's jump into the revamps. These 4 affixes in Mythic Plus are going to go away completely. We've got Sanguine, Bolstering, Raging, and Bursting. If you don't know what they are, look them up, but you really don't need to because we're not going to see them anymore. Now, there were a few bonuses, and it's these 4, the Reckless, Focus, Attuned, and Thorned. And they listened to a lot of feedback because there were certain bonuses being applied, but it wasn't evenly amongst the whole group. And if you guys aren't familiar with these affixes, we'll take Thorn, for example. Thorn says, non-boss enemies without mana inflict physical damage to their attackers when attacked, but take 10% increased holy and shadow damage. So that means you need to bring like a paladin or like a warlock in order to benefit from that, but only those guys are going to benefit from that, and their damage is going to get increased and nobody else's. So people felt excluded from these bonuses, even if the overall impact was a good thing. So affixes that were part of the last Mythic Keystone test will no longer apply to Keystones. Also to mention that they're reducing the number of mechanical affixes on a Keystone for players progressing through the actual Keystone system from 2 to 1. The big thing that they're introducing to Mythic Plus is that they're giving us a lot more variety. Instead of, okay, this week we have these affixes, and the next week we have those affixes, and then so on and so on. They're actually going to make a system that feels like you're progressing through something. And the really cool part is that they're reintroducing thematic elements, and this one is based off of Xal'atath. And she's going to have her own set of affixes. The really cool part is that they're going to have passive affixes as well. And I guess from what they're saying here is that it's going to increase the player's mastery, and it's going to give rewards as they progress through the Mythic system. So to me, that just says we're just going to get flat out more damage just because, and I kind of like that. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. That's what I'm understanding from this post. And they're trying to eliminate push weeks. And I'm pretty sure that that means that people were using certain affixes that were on the weaker side and being able to push their score higher on those weeks. But they're going to try and do this by having a consistent challenge every single week. Something to look forward to. Now, let's look into Xal'atath's affixes and see how those are going to work out. So starting at Keystone level 2, Xal'atath herself will manifest in dungeons, which is really cool, including a rotation of affixes under the banner of Xal'atath's Bargain. These affixes not only seek to empower the dungeon's denizens, but also grant players the opportunity to harness their effects. For our first test this week, we will have 2 Xal'atath's Bargain affixes available. One affix or affix? How do you guys say it? Affix or affix? Whatever. One affix is an event that players must deal with periodically, while the other affix is a passive effect on creatures throughout the dungeon. So we have Xal'atath's Bargain Ascendant, and this one is, while in combat, Xal'atath rains down orbs of cosmic energy that attempt to empower nearby enemies, increasing their haste and movement speed. If players disrupt the orbs, they claim this effect for themselves. So it's a race to get to the orb, and whoever gets it first, whether it's the enemy or you, are going to get that buff. That is pretty cool. And then the other one, Xal'atath's Bargain Frenzied. Non-boss enemies become frenzied at 30% health remaining, increasing their haste by 40%, but increasing their damage taken by 20%, which is just another way of just adding to that challenge, which is, it's good. I like that. Starting at Keystone level 7, a new affix, Challenger's Peril, directly affects the dungeon timer. This affix emphasizes precise play and strategic execution, placing greater risk on players' decisions. So Challenger's Peril, dying subtracts 15 seconds from time remaining rather than 5 seconds. So we're just looking at more time being deducted from death, so you really don't want to die in these dungeons. And then starting at Keystone level 12, a new affix replaces the Xal'atath's Bargain affixes. At this level, Xal'atath revokes her bargains, empowering dungeon creatures with a 20% increase in health and damage. And this is called Xal'atath's Guile. Xal'atath betrays players, revoking her bargains and increasing the health by the number we just said. Those seem like a lot of fun to me, and I think that's going to be a really good addition to the theme of Mythic Plus within the War Within. Now, we're not saying goodbye to Fortified or Tyrannical. These affixes are actually going to serve as milestones, and they alternate weekly between keys 4 and 10. So here's a breakdown summary of the whole thing. Keystones level 2 through 11 have the following affixes: You got the 2 Xal'atath bargain affixes, which appear on a weekly rotation. At Keystone 4, you're going to see Fortified and Tyrannical, and those are going to be rotating every single week. So one week you're going to get Fortified, and the other week you're going to get Tyrannical, and so forth and so forth. At Keystone 7, you're going to get Challenge's Peril, and that's going to be active in every single Keystone. And then at Keystone 10, Tyrannical and Fortified are active, alternating on a weekly rotation. I'm not sure if that means that only on Keystone 4 you're going to get that, and then when you go above that, they go away. But up above it says affixes that alternate between Keystones levels 4 and 10 on a weekly rotation. So I assume that it means between 4 and 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're going to get Tyrannical or Fortified. From Keystone level 12 and up, Keystones have the following affixes. You're going to get Fortified, Challenge's Peril, Tyrannical, and Xal'atath's Guile, which is a really, really bad one. And if you're getting all 4 of those, that seems pretty difficult. And then the big thing is that they are re-evaluating the score system for Mythic Plus, which sounds really good, even though I have no idea what that means per the details and whatnot, but this could be a really, really good thing. Anyways, what are your thoughts on the Mythic Keystone process? Do you like these changes, or do you like the way it is right now? Leave your comment down below. I do read every single comment and I reply to most of them. And if you guys like this content, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'm doing a lot more content these days. And if you guys want to hang out with me, check out my Discord link down below, and we can talk throughout the day about World of Warcraft and gaming and anything else you want. Also, I'm doing a lot more streaming on Twitch, and if you guys want to come join me for my gym workouts in the morning and also my gaming streams, which I'll be introducing a lot more in the future, then go ahead and check out that Twitch link down below. Other than that, I like these changes. I think they're great. Can't wait to hear what you guys have to say, and I'll see you guys next time in Azeroth. Take care.